Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, let's model this fish. This is Rohu fish. It's a freshwater fish. So I've imported this image, and it's almost orthographic, but I just try to. I could see the tilt is slightly there. It's okay. I would like to start with a cube, and then start building up the shape in this side view. So maybe I can select these vertices and then just scale it. I mean, I need not too much worry about the profile here. I just need to trace out the side view. Once I build the shape, and then I would really think about details in the perspective view. So I'm going to select this face and then start extruding it and just match with the reference here. So maybe I can just go like that. I'm holding shift and then just keep dragging it like that. Okay, so I just start moving that points on the top side. Okay, so I've got this model in the profile done. So I'm going to select and add a insert edge loop tool, or maybe I can use the multi-cut tool. And then when I'm holding shift, I just shift and control, I get this line in the center. So I'm going to delete one of the faces and then start scaling it just for the thickness. Okay, and I'm going to add a line in the center and then just move it that way. And I'm going to select these lines and then just move it out. Maybe I can select till there and just move it out there, and then just start making it round. Okay, so I'm going to select that line and I'm going to bevel it, and then I'm going to slide it over and just move it out. I will use the edge split tool and then add a line. So I've got some volume. I'm going to use duplicate special. I'm going to select the x-axis -1 and then duplicate it. So I get that shape, and then I start building up details. Okay, here I've just got that mouth socket. I just try to put that line there, and I start dividing these lines. Okay, I'm going to select this line here, use the slide edge tool, and I'm going to select this line and add a line there. You can use the sculpt tool. I'm reducing the brush size, and I'm going to just change the settings of the shelf, and I'm going to name icons and text beside. so that I can see the tool and their name. So I want this relax tool, just apply it over all the model there, and that relaxes all that lines like that. I can use the smooth tool by holding shift, but this will offset this slightly. I'm going to select this line. So I'll just go to the top view and just make this points a bit thinner. I'm going to select this line and then add the loop there. I'm going to select that and extrude it further there. I'm going to select this faces and then extrude it till there. Maybe I can just move this lines a bit close. And then extrude it. So once that is done, I'm going to make this thin on the top there, so I can take help of maybe the perspective view. I'm going to subdivide this using edge ring split, and I want to place these lines for the perfect orientation. So I'm going to bevel that and then split those lines. And then start placing those lines to match firstly the orientation of the model. Then I start adding more lines. I'll be using the slide edge tool. Let me delete those faces which are actually not required. Then I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to connect those components. And I just split those lines. I just wanted that nice U flow. So one of this line will be connected to this. I'll be using these two lines, slide edge tool, and then use the multi-cut tool and then place it there. So let's connect those lines. Here I'm going to add a line, and here I'm going to add a line, and then start working for this detail here. So there's a triangle thing. I'll fix it very soon. Now it's not really required. So I'm going to select these two faces and I'm going to extrude it. I'll move this line there and then this line there, and then just move it closer, and then start adding lines. I will delete the faces which are built inside, and then I'll apply bevel to split those lines. I'll be splitting this line for I need to just move this line close as possible for the thickness. So I'm going to add a loop, support loop around it. So I'm going to take a multi-cut tool and then just add line around it. This triangle can be fixed, and it gives that nice loop around it. Then I'm going to build this on the top here. So let me select the faces still here. But before going into that, I'm going to select this line and then just slide it close. And I'm going to select those and then extrude it like that. So I'm going to select those faces and then just start blending to the shape here. Then I'm going to cut it and then just move it like that. And actually, before adding this line, you could actually select that line and just move it closer as possible. And I'm going to delete those faces. And I'm going to split this like that. I will select this line, not up to here, just here, then split it, and then use the slide edge tool. Okay, and just I'm going to triangulate that. Like that. Okay. And I'm going to use the slide edge tool and then split it over like that. As usual, I'm going to add a support line around it. So I'll use the multi-cut tool. Just add line around this. Fix that triangle and fix that triangle. And this is what you get. And I'm going to slide just wanted to see how this is going to look in the hard face and also in the loops. Looks good. Then we have one here and one here, the fins. So I'm going to change this loops here for the gills like that. I'm going to select that and then bevel it and then reduce the I'll be just moving this too close for the thickness of the gills. Okay, this is going to just come like that. Let me delete these faces and just move it like that. And just rotate it this like that. Let me add a line close to it. I'll take that line forward. So that gives up a nice loop. So I'm going to extrude it in the Z axis and move it inside. Something like that. I'm going to add a line close to it. Let's take a line which circles around the gills. So let me connect this line, but before going into that, I'll be using the slide edge tool to slide it close. And then I'm going to close the full circle there. Like that. So that's a four-sided face. I can just add lines there. I'll be using the component mode for the move tool so that I can just move it in the normal direction. So I need to refine it. I'll be taking this line forward and I'm going to connect this here. I want to do the same thing on the bottom side also. I'll be assigning a blend shader, just that gives that shine on the model. And then I could see the problems on this model. Okay, so I'll be using the sculpt geometry tool and just relax them. And once that is done, start adjusting the points. This center point is off the center, just move it. I need to do similar thing. So I'll be selecting these points and then use the component mode and then just give that volume here. Relax tool does not touch the boundary, whereas smooth tool and sculpt tool will affect the boundary. That's why this is off center. Okay, once the eyes and all that come, I'll just fix them afterwards. The placement of those lines are really important. So I'm going to select those faces. Once that is done, I apply mesh smooth. I go to the tool settings, and then in soft selection I choose a surface, and then just move it close to the model. So we have one fin starting from this gill here. So I'm going to select that vertex, and I'm going to apply chamfer vertex tool, which is going to create this face. But before going into that, when I just applied chamfer, it's ending up giving me the 5-sided faces. And let's connect those lines. Okay. So the 5 points are meeting, that's the reason it's okay. There's one more. Okay, so yeah, there are 4 sides and then 4 sides on all this. So I'm going to select these faces and then I'm going to apply circularize tool, and then I am going to use this twist tool. Okay, so what that gives is it generally gives me this loop, and I can generally arrange things. But before going into that, I'm going to select that and then extrude those faces. Okay, let me scale this slightly, and then I'm going to pull that. And just giving that volume is really important. So I'm going to add a line there and then rotate that and then scale it. Actually, I'll delete these lines here. Let me connect those faces and see. And add a line in the center. And then just move it like that. So I'll add lines. And this is what I've got here. Okay, and I'm going to create a loop here again. I don't prefer to keep this exactly here, so I'm going to select this vertex rather and then just build that. The best idea is to first connect those points like that, and then chamfer vertex and then apply the circularize tool, and then I'm going to move this as close as possible. Okay, and then I'm going to extrude that. And then I'm going to use one line and scale it. So I'm going to connect those lines like that. And I'm going to scale those lines. I'll be adding a line and then scale it a little bit up. Make sure that this is quite thin. I'm selecting that line and adding a bevel. That just adds a supporting line. And I'm going to use the relax tool and then relax that points. Here it has got mouth, so I'm going to select that line. Okay, and I'm going to apply bevel. Okay, then I'm going to press Ctrl E for extrude and then scale this. Delete those faces and then snap it to the center. Now I've got the 5-sided face. So I'll be deleting those lines. I'll just try to keep it more closer. So I just again bring all that points to one place and then apply chamfer. Select that face and then apply circularize. I'm going to scale this face a bit up. I'll take a polygon sphere and then rotate it, and I'm going to scale it and place it there. This is slightly non-circular, but I just keep it circular later for modeling the eye and all that stuff. And I'm going to scale this and then put it there. Scale it a bit. Press Ctrl E, and then move it. So that brings up that. I'm going to select this point. I'll put a line and then just make it more round. Like that. So that gives me more support at that area. I'll be adding a line at this point because that area would be more sharp actually. I'll be using, here there is a triangle which I have not solved. I'm going to bevel it and then delete that line. And then scale this line. And then we have the pentagon. Connect those lines like that. Once that is done, I'm going to take the relax tool, and also I'll take the smooth tool just to soften up certain areas. So this gives me one basic wireframe model from where I could actually take it into any digital sculpting software and then add high frequency details there, and then later on add some texturing. So I feel okay, let's go. I'm just trying to add some lines. So I've added the lines like that, and this is the model I've ended up. Okay. The reason I'm modeling this one is I just wanted to rig it. So I'll be showing the whole process, how I'm going to actually texture, rig, and